Both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Lynch up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The offense on third down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, and now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Lamb to return it. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7-0 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State. Now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. And he's got Shockey. And he will have the Broncos 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Look, we came into this with focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for it and was kicking coverages in his direction.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Left side to Lamb. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Touchdown, Broncos! Randy Moss, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert on first down now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes not get away.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. So we've hit intermission. It's half. Well, time is of the essence. We breezed through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dancing to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Draw play, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Touchdown! Randy Moss with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ron Woodson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they really shredded that game plan on the other side, all 4 quarters. And Charlie, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did. And they felt like they put in a bad movie, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
The York on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Now pass complete there to Crabtree. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught. It's Crabtree again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Herbert. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3. And Zeke is in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Justin Herbert. Another catch there for Waddle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Again, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. On the return is Lamb. And he's loose again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to that big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Waddle is going to let the knock run this out, and instead his guys will be good at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football.